So today's video is a lot more personal than any video I've ever done. It's a lot more difficult for me to sort of talk about this, as it's something that is very close to my heart and something that's affected me a lot in my life, and that is suicide, depression and just mental health awareness in general. But yeah, I started off most of my life, I've never really thought about mental health. I've never really thought of depression as a serious issue. I thought it's just people who are a bit sad, you know, that was about it. It wasn't a serious thing. And then on the 23rd of June 2014, I lost one of my best friends to suicide. And that hit me like a truck. That was sort of the catalyst of the last 2 years of my life, it just seemed to be a string of negative events and just sort of these negative feelings that I wasn't feeling before. Just the fact that with losing someone that close to you, I couldn't understand before how hard that can hit you, how much that can affect you, and just feeling like I failed him as a friend. Before that, I'd never really understood mental health. I didn't realise that it was no one's fault. You know, when I hear it that he commits suicide, I just think that needs to stop. No one commits suicide. Since the late 60s, it hasn't been a crime to commit suicide. So for starters, we need to stop saying commit suicide, because it's not a crime issue, it's a mental health issue, and one that isn't getting the attention it deserves. And the reason why I'm talking about it in this video right now is probably triggered by recent events with Kanye West being taken into hospital because of mental health issues. And some of the comments he was getting saying, how can he be depressed? He has so much money, so many good things going for him in life. And I could sort of relate to that. For the last 2 years of my life, I have had so much good things happen. I've had so many blessings, so many good things, but I found it tough to appreciate those things with all the bad things, and feeling like because there's some sort of level of privilege, or for Kanye West, because he has a certain amount of money, why does that make him immune from feeling? And out of all suicides, 78% are men. Why? Because white men in particular are being told constantly when it comes to certain issues, they don't have an opinion. You know, you're a white male, you're the epiphany of privilege. You know, you don't have a say on this. No one cares about your opinion when it comes to this. And that creates a situation where people can't open up about their feelings, because I think largely because of the way we are portrayed in society. You look at rom-coms, for example. How are men portrayed in rom-coms? They're always very muscular, they're always very attractive, and they're always really keen to open up about how they feel for other people and for women. And it almost becomes a story of this sort of bad boy that's opened up and that's been tamed by the woman. And that's creating unrealistic expectations of men and what we should be. Men aren't like that. Not all men are like that. It creates a situation where you're constantly trying to be someone and you feel like you failed. With me going through sixth form, that was a particularly tough stage in my life. I had a lot of friends that turned out not to be friends. I put myself in a friendship group and, to put it blank, just got stabbed in the back. That was the feeling I got, because hearing some of the stuff that these people said about me behind my back, it destroyed me. Just to feel like that first of all, that I failed Matt as a friend because he committed suicide. I felt that there's got to be someone's fault. It must have been my fault for not being a good enough friend to him and not being able to help him in his time of need. I've never talked to anyone about it before. It's something that I probably should talk a lot more about. And if you guys have any concerns, if you guys have anything going on in your life that you just want to talk to someone impartial, because I can't talk to my family and my friends because I just fear the being judged. To tell someone that you have the feelings that you do, even if they don't mean to, they're still sort of judging in your head. And sometimes all you need is that person that isn't involved in your life that you can just rant to. And I guess that's what some of these videos are about. It's just me sharing my opinion to the world. The biggest thing that losing Matt taught me was you will never fully understand the consequences your actions will have. I mean, I don't think Matt had any idea of the sort of impact that he had on people's lives all throughout my childhood. No, it was me, him and James. It was just, even when I was being bullied all through primary school, he was always there for me. And the worst part was I could never say thank you. I never got to say goodbye. And that's why I think it affected me so much. And I just hope that you guys don't have to go through that to understand a bit more about mental health and depression. And I just hope that you guys can take the time to fully appreciate and understand what depression is, and that it is a serious issue.
Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and check out my previous videos. Also, hit me up on social media too, just search Harry J. Peak.